Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some parts of the world, good night, and I hope you sleep well. My name is Gray, and welcome to the first episode of The Island. We are going on single player mode. I decided to go on single player mode rather than my own server or the official servers, because single player gives me a better chance of creating a full episode along with a full season of Ark. The reason being is it saves me money in the long run if I'm not doing it my own server, and also the official ones take so much time getting anything done. We are on a slightly boosted settings here, and my taming speed for animals is you're looking at ×6, so it's high, but it's not as high as it would be as a instant tame, so which is good. You may have seen some of my other episodes in the past. Be far better than my own server. Also, if the internet craps out on me while I'm doing an episode, for an example, I can still play, I can still do the recording, I can't just upload it, so that's basically what it is. We're going to keep everything the same. I'm not going to make my figure disfigured or anything. So we are just going to name ourselves Grey, maybe. Oh. Because, well, Grey-eyed wolf, yes, I could put Grey-eyed wolf, but just for the sake of this, Grey. We are going to start off in South Zone 1, as that is a good place to start. I do have an idea as to where we want to go. It would be nice to somewhat have a tree base at some point in this season, over in the redwoods, but yeah, I don't know, or even a snow base. You will see, because this is my single player island map, you will see some structures, but for the purpose of this being a YouTube season, I do not want to use any of what I have in this map, so that is why I've decided to upload my single player that I do off camera, and that is why we've created a whole new player, because I don't want to have the temptation of using anything that I have previously on here. So let's just gather some stuff up. I think it's about ×5, I think. Let's have a look. It might be ×5 or ×10. It's ×17. Okay, might need to check that. I don't know whether I might keep the harvesting amount. I might not. Just depends. It all depends really on whether or not I want this to go as fast as this or slow as this. This is another reason why I decided to do single player mode, purely because it just makes it easier for me, rather than having to spend hours and hours and hours on doing whatever on the official servers. So yeah, do our health first, stamina, and we'll put the weight up. I have put unlimited weight on here, again, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. And also, I'm not too sure just how long it's going to take me to do each season. I don't know why it's frozen here, but right. Okay, so one more. Let's put that right. So we have 32 engrams. We'll do If you guys don't like how quickly I'm leveling up, if you want me to do slower experience or whatnot, you're more than welcome to let me know. Let's do this first. Right. Okay, so what can we make? We can make one of those. Actually, I can make maybe 4 of those. 4 of those. There. So structures that you most likely are to find around here would be over where red obelisk is, over here. That's where I first started, just over a year ago. So some of the structures there are very primitive, and it's very I keep them mainly for nostalgia reasons, and also when I moved over to Red Obelisk after I actually made my first ever base, which was where Herb Island is. There is just on the other side, just like on the mainland near Herb Island. That is where my first ever base was. So you will see a few bits and bobs there. There are a few structures on Herb Island as well. So yeah, we'll just work around that. How much is the movement speed? Oh, it's 9%. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. So for the time being, for the moment, we are just going to stay here. It's easy. It's safe. Oh, relatively safe. And we will make a base up here until we are ready somewhat to move. I kind of want to move more inland at some points. I mean, it's something that I somewhat feel like it'd be a good idea to, like I said, to have a tree base. So we might stay here for the time being for maybe somewhat 10 episodes. I don't know. We'll see. And yes, of course I could swap. I will swap the, equipment as and when. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Fine, we'll make another one of those. It lagged out on me there, so it was fun. I forget how slow we move when we're crafting. Because I play mainly on a booster server, it's going back to this is somewhat weird. So in the light of how long these episodes are going to be, I'm not too sure. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour long. I might keep them at about half an hour long, and I'm going to try and do as little editing of the video as I possibly can, because of the ability to have a boosted single player stats. It's somewhat easier to have less editing on it, so that's somewhat good. Need food. Alright, we'll just have some of the berries that we picked up. We will be about level 8 in just a second, so maybe some food and stamina, maybe. Right, so we got 26 Ingram points. I'll do that. Spark powder, mortar and pestle, like we always need, and some clothes. I think next level I'll get a spear so that we can actually I'll chuck that away, don't need that. We'll get a campfire going, get some clothes going, and a hatchet. So I don't know how long, like I said, it's going to last. I'm not too sure. We need a door. It's been so long since I've actually done all this. Get a door here. Get my health up. Door and spear, I think. Have this inside or outside? Well, outside, as we have no worries about anyone coming to take our stuff, so that's not too bad. How many can we make? Oh, we can make one spear. Alright. That's fine. Need some more wood. Right, so I think what we'll do is make a few more spears. Oh, okay. Fibre. It's always fibre, isn't it, guys? Always fibre. I was never really into playing single player for quite some time, and I started playing mainly just for breeding. That was really just the purposes of single player for me for quite a while, and I've somewhat got the bug to play on single player now. It's more relaxing. It's just you, yourself, and I. You know, there's no one else. You've got to have no worries about anyone else coming to pick you up or killing you. I do like PvP, and I have played my fair share of PvP as well, guys. But I have also played a lot of PvE, and I couldn't really sort of see the point in PvE until my wife started playing it, and she was the one who got me into PvE. I now only sort of play that, but like I said, I have played my fair share of PvP. It's great. You can probably see some of the videos I made for that in my about 6 months ago. But so let's get some of this meat going. Can't live off of berries all our time here, can we? Another reason why I decided to play single and not a server is when you log out, everything stops. It's like everything pauses, which is fantastic. Some people don't like that, some people do. And if you are trying to do breeding on your single player and you don't have that much time to play it, because obviously on single it stops. So yeah, it's not good when that happens. All I can tell you is really up the mating rate. Oh, we've got some compies coming over. That's one. That's quite strange, only having one compy. Normally you're hit with like at least 2 or 3. That's fine. We'll just get all the hide. I don't have crosshairs on me, do I? I just realised that. Come here. There you are. Right. Normally there's also a a Spino around here, but I think because this isn't a brand new map, this Spino's probably spawned somewhere else. We had some great fun trying to kill that the first time that I saw that. I also remember how how scared I was actually when I first started playing this. I was really sort of like, yeah, I'm not going to go out anywhere, and that was over a year ago, which was somewhat. Look how fast that's going up. That's really good. Like I said, if there's anything here that you don't actually specifically like, if things are too easy for me, let me know, and I will definitely change a few things. If you want it to be slightly boosted, you're more than welcome to say that. Let's get some stone. Let's get a mortar and pestle going. Actually, we'll get some metal as well. Those of you who are new to Ark, I thank you actually for watching this video. Well, anyone who's watching, I actually really do appreciate it and thank, because it's you guys that I do it for. And those of you who are new, those rocks there, they are rounded rocks. They are called river rocks, and they contain more metal than the normal rocks do, and obviously not as good as the proper metal rocks, but they come in handy sometimes. Make 2 of those. We've got 3 levels here, so we'll go for health again, movement speed, another movement speed one for that. Okay, bed, bowlers. Okay, so we've got a bow and arrows now, which is somewhat good. We need that. Cementing paste. That's about it for now. So I'm just going to put these over here. Right. So what's the spoiling time on that? 9 minutes. It's probably the same. Right. Okay, good tip for you guys. Your stacks of 5, that's going to go down 1 at a time. If you split them into singles, each one, now you've got 5 of them, they're all going to spoil in 8 minutes. So if you want more spoiled meat for the same time, you just split them up into 1. Of course, that gives you more in your inventory, so kind of annoying, but yeah. We'll get some spark powder going on here. We'll do 100 for now. Okay. Doing quite well at the moment. I think the idea is sort of to get a good, good head start on the levels. Ideally, I would like to finish on having maybe a wood house instead of thatch, and also to have like some forges going, maybe possibly even a smithy. I'm not too sure about that, but we'll see. We'll get some arrows, I think. I'll put the bed down. Put the bed here. The only downside I would say about this it's a pro and it's also a con, but the when you stop, the game stops, it pauses itself. So it's good and it isn't, because it's good in the sense that if you aren't playing the game, you know that it's all paused, that it will pick up from where you left off. The only downside about that though is if you want anything to be done in a sense that like hatching, egg hatching or crops and all that, or meat going to be spoiled, that's the only downside you're looking at. That all pauses, and also for instance things like metal in a forge, that kind of gets somewhat annoying because you have to be on for you guys to create metal ingots. Excuse me, that's the only downside. Just also FYI, I do a lot of GFI code videos on my channel as well, so if you are wanting anything, specifically items, I've got quite a bunch on there, and how to also tame a spawn in a tamed Quetzal as well, that one, and also how to spawn in a tamed Giga. Those two videos seem to be doing extremely well on my channel actually, so I'd highly recommend watching them. One's got about 27,000 and the other one's got 23-ish thousand views, so there's a lot of people having interest in them, so that's good. Right, let's see if we can see anything more than just dodos. I say that and there's a dodo here. Oh, I do have crosshair on me. I did that and then didn't pick up anything. So the difficulty level here I put on as 2. So that's not too bad. This is also a trial run for the whole settings for this. Normally I have the settings for dino damage to be 0 because I only go on single player to breed. So the last thing I need is for something to kill my my tames. Specifically because I go and bring anything that I see on single player, or even on other single players, or even on like other servers over. I basically say that this is like safe haven for my dinos. So because I can get attacks here now, I have had to put everything that I've been breeding over into the obelisk. So yeah, which was somewhat annoying, but hey, you can't win them all. What level are you? Level 1. So, oh, I completely missed that one. Missed that one. My aim today is terrible. No, don't you dare. Oi. Thank you. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of hide now going for ourselves. I'll get some more metal and some more stone, mainly for the metal. These are the river rocks I was telling you about. They're quite rounded, so they're quite easy to spot. If you want metal or flint, you use a pickaxe. If you want just primarily stone, you would use a hatchet. But we want the metal, so a hatchet will do. Is there anything in the water here? Just fish. There's no trilobites here, which would be somewhat handy to get some chitin, and also some oil. There is oil around here, under the water, but I'm not somewhat fast enough to do that yet. Level 10, okay. Can we make some bowlers here at the moment? What are we missing? Thatch. Right, if you want primarily thatch out of wood, out of trees, use a pickaxe. If you want primarily wood out of wood, use a hatchet. So as you saw there, I've got a lot more thatch than wood. If I swap it over, a lot more wood than thatch. So let's just get some bonus going. Make about 5. I don't need that many. So that's good. Now, I've also been thinking about this for quite some time, whether or not I'm going to be doing like completely legitimately on here. I do face a few problems. You might sometimes have my wife come in to help me tame a few animals. For an example, Quetzal. Taming a Quetzal by yourself is actually quite difficult, so I might have her come in and help me. Let's put a door. We haven't even loaded a door yet. Yes, we have. That's just me being blind here. I do need my glasses. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right, we'll make that. Where is that? Door. The bowlers on our bar. Cool. It would be nice to get some narcotics going fairly soon. We will have a little bit of spoiled meat coming in about 30 seconds ish, less than that. So let's while we wait, let's put these 4 levels up. Movement speed, crafting speed. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. And alright, let's put our health up. I think again. Level 80. What can we do now? Gunpowder. We will need gunpowder. A raft. We will need that, and a large storage box. And some hide. Clothing. Okay. So what are we missing? Okay, so we can actually create a raft. I think I will. Now, will I have a secondary base on a raft? Maybe. Maybe just the essentials: a bed, a smithy, a forge, some mortar and petals, those sort of things. So let's just get that going. Now, I think one of the good things about having a slightly boosted server, well, this is more than slightly, to be fair to you, but this is good because it just means that we can get things done. A lot of things can happen in each episode, so that's fantastic. And maybe at a certain point we can decide to slow things down a bit. So we've got our raft going, which is good. That gave us 3 more, so we'll do 2 more in speed and 2 more in oxygen. I will be doing a lot of deep sea excursions, so we'll be needing that. Let's get a power saw. Saddle. It would be nice to actually have 1 tame here, guys, today. So that's good. In our first episode, getting our first tame. Yeah, we'll just do these mundane things. Pillar as well. Water farming. Yeah, we'll get some farming going. Oh, what the hell? We'll get a raptor saddle. We might strike lucky and find ourselves a raptor. You never know. Right, how much can we make out of this? Actually, we'll use this one for the narcotics. That's not narcotics. Right. We can make 15 narcotics. So as that's going, we'll find some more. As of the duration, like how many times a week I will be uploading these episodes. I don't know. It really sort of depends on you guys, on how much you like them, via how much time I have. I am a father as well, guys, and that's primarily why I had to stop uploading for quite a while. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to do at least maybe once every other day, or maybe even once a day. The dream would be to do one video per day. However, I would have, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how I would do it. Either record a bunch in one day, or just record as I'm going along, like record one episode and then upload that episode. I don't know how much we're going to be doing with that, so we might. Alright, so we've got another 10 minutes to go for some more of these, so I'll just split some of these up, so we'll have about 40, 50, 53, something like that, along those lines. So we've got some, actually, yeah, we can actually make some arrows now, if we want to. Right, I'm going to make, we can't make them yet because we don't have the engrams for that, so let's put that up there, and maybe, there you go. I think we can learn them now. Right, so forge, trank arrows, smithing we don't need as of yet, but I will learn it. It's just easier, I think, in my opinion. Right, let's get this forge going and crafting some metal ingots, shall we? We'll put it here. Put that there. Oh, what happened there? And just ate some raw meat, fantastic. And let's get some metal going. Right, guys, I'm going to say this is one episode. This is the end of the episode. It would have been nice to have a tame, but we have our small little base. We have a raft if we want to go exploring, if we don't want to swim. And yeah, we've reached up to level 25, nearly 26. We have a few bits and bobs going for us. If you guys think it's too fast, let me know. I'll tone down the rate. If you guys think it's not too bad, it's okay. Yeah, be very, very interesting to see what you guys think, and let me know what you want me to do in, say, the next episode or in a couple of episodes from now, because I might record the second episode straight after. So yeah, if you request something, it might not be in the first, not the next episode or the episode after. It might be like 2 or 3 or 4 episodes later. Alright, thank you ever so much for watching, and as ever, it's much appreciated if you give me some feedback. Let me know what you let me think, and I will see you guys later. Thank you ever so much for watching, and have a